Looking at Taman Sri Sinar now, the Shah Alam township resembles a war zone in the wake of the disastrous floods that began on December 18th. Water rose to as high as 3.5 meters in some areas, swallowing cars and filling the first story of most homes. How a neighborhood in the country's most prosperous state ended up as ground zero for the historic, deadly floods is a case of a well-designed drainage system pushed well past its breaking point because of subpar planning. After major flooding in 1995, the Selangor government installed a drainage system around the low-lying Sri Muda township to divert water into the Klang River. Here's how it works. There's a network of drains in and around the area to collect water from homes and the streets. These eventually feed into an irrigation canal, which is basically an even bigger drain. This carries water to the Klang River. When the tide is low, water is allowed to flow freely through the nearby tidal gate into the river and out of the area. When the tide is too high, the tidal gate shuts and water is stored in a retention pond, where it can be stored and pumped into the river when the time is right. This system was built with one township in mind, Sri Muda. However, here's where things have been going wrong, culminating in the floods that killed over a dozen people in the area. In the years since the drainage system was installed, much has changed. The areas around Sri Muda, like Kota Kemuning and Kemuning Utama, have developed rapidly. A Sri Muda Residents Association, fed up with persistent and frequent flooding since 2019, traced the drains around the area and found many of these areas were piggybacking on their drainage system. So now, rather than just dealing with the rain that falls in Sri Muda, it is dealing with huge volumes of water from upstream,